And heading into some Dodgers news, spring training is here. It is right here for us guys. The offseason just went like this, like a snap. I mean, what, 2-3 months and that's it? I mean, I cannot believe we're already back into baseball season. But pitchers and catchers are reporting on Friday, and spring training is right here. We have our first spring training game on February 21st. And there's quite a bit of news going into spring training. Not only that, we have the World Baseball Classic that's going to be happening this year. And there's quite a bit of Dodgers that are going to be playing in this year's World Baseball Classic. I can read you some of the list here that are going to be expecting to play. You got some big names, not so big names, but notably you have Edwin Diaz, who's going to be playing for Puerto Rico. You have Jake Gloff, who's going to be playing for Israel. You have Soy Kim, who's going to be playing for Korea. Antonio Knowles, who's going to be playing for Great Britain. Chandrik Oduber, who's going to be playing for the Netherlands. Shohei Ohtani, of course, playing for Japan. Will Smith playing for USA. Christian Suarez playing for Venezuela. And you have Yoshinobu Yamamoto playing for Japan as well. And then, we all thought he was retiring. He said, nah, like LA Knight. His last stop in professional baseball will be with Team USA in the World Baseball Classic as a pitcher. A relief pitcher will be Clayton Kershaw. What a way to go out for Kershaw. Not only winning the World Series as a pitcher for the Dodgers this year, but going to end his career on a high note playing for Team USA in the World Baseball Classic. So exciting, really exciting stuff for the World Baseball Classic, and for Dodgers fans who are looking to see some high-intensity baseball this early on into the season. Now, going into spring training, the Dodgers have not been able to come up with a contract for Kike Hernandez. Hernandez, who has been a bright spot for the Dodgers over the last several years, a fan favorite for Dodger fans. They've made quite a few bobbleheads for Kike Hernandez. Obviously, we all know the dance that he does, and that's gotten everyone to do that little silly hip shake that he does with his arms flailing out. Everybody loves Kike Hernandez here in LA, and he's already won 3 championships with this club. I mean, that's remarkable. I mean, that's so remarkable to think about. 3 titles here in LA. Not only is he a fan favorite, but he has been such a clutch player for the Dodgers in October, and it would be a shame if the Dodgers could not come up with a contract extension for Kike Hernandez and not being able to re-sign him. There was a fan that spotted Kike Hernandez, and they asked Hernandez if he was coming back to the Dodgers, and all Hernandez could do was just shrug his shoulders and not really say anything without saying a yes or a no. But really, I think it comes down to the Dodgers just trying to figure out their roster. I mean, Hernandez is dealing with coming off of surgery, so it's one of these things where he really just needs to take his time coming back. And I think more than anything, they're going to be able to come up with a contract extension for Kike Hernandez because he's such a valuable piece into what the Dodgers have built, and it would be a real shame if they couldn't. So, again, when he was with the Boston Red Sox, we were happy for him, but he was always a Dodger. We don't want to see that this time around. We want to see him continue to put his career in LA and put on for Dodger fans like the way he knows how to. But the Dodgers are continuing to make strides into their bullpen. First, they have re-signed Evan Phillips, a guy that has been a key piece into the bullpen for the last couple of years, and I think it's a great signing. But in sad news, they have also put on assignment Anthony Banda. Banda has been another key piece into that bullpen for the Dodgers, and it's going to be sad to see Banda go. But again, they're just overflowing at that, in the bullpen position. It's a good thing. It's a good problem for the Dodgers to have, but they're overflowing in there, and I think they just really want to make sure that they have the best guys available, not only to keep healthy, but to go into the distance as well. And so, we wish Anthony Banda his best wishes, best luck onto his journey wherever he may be. And I think it's just an overflow problem for the Dodgers, a really good problem for them to have. And for all of you bobblehead collectors out there, I know this is a big thing that's happening now into Dodger lore for fans all over LA. They come to games not just to watch the game, but they come to these games to collect bobbleheads, and I have seen it in person. The craziness that people will do to get their hands on one of the bobbleheads. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm sitting right in front of a Kike Hernandez bobblehead right here. But people go absolutely nuts for these things, and you should see the retail value at on eBay for these things. It is astronomical. The prices people are willing to sell these things, and honestly, people are willing to buy them as well. But the Dodgers went ahead and released their bobblehead schedule for the 2026 season. On March 28th versus the Diamondbacks, you'll have Will Smith World Series Game 7 home run. March 31st versus the Guardians will be a mystery bobblehead. April 10th versus the Rangers will be Shohei Ohtani's NLCS, I guess you want to call it the best game ever bobblehead. This is going to be one of him batting, and there may be another one of him pitching sometime down the line too. But on April 25th versus the Cubs, you're going to have a Roki Sasaki bobblehead. May 8th versus the Braves, Miguel Rojas World Series Game 7 home run. On May 9th, you're going to have a Blake Snell bobblehead. May 25th versus the Rockies, you're going to have Dave Roberts. May 27th versus the Rockies, Yoshinobu Yamamoto's World Series Game 7 Final Out bobblehead. May 29th versus the Phillies, Alex Vesia bobblehead. May 30th versus the Phillies, Teoscar Hernandez bobblehead. Let me go back to Alex Vesia for a second. He's obviously, we all know what happened with Alex Vesia. Wasn't able to play in the World Series because of a tragedy that happened with his wife being pregnant, losing the baby, and we all just want to wish Alex Vesia and his wife, I hope they're doing so well off of that tragedy. And it'll be good to see Alex Vesia back playing with the Dodgers. All right, so June 6th versus the Angels, Tyler Glasnow bobblehead. June 19th versus the Orioles, Mookie Betts World Series Game 7 final double play. July 6th versus the Rockies, Freddie Freeman World Series Game 3 walk-off home run. July 8th versus the Rockies, Shohei Ohtani NLCS Game 4 pitching bobblehead. July 29th versus the Mariners, Edwin Diaz bobblehead. July 31st versus the Red Sox, Kyle Tucker will get his honorary debut as a Dodger for being a bobblehead. August 10th versus the Royals, Max Muncy World Series Game 7 home run bobblehead. August 15th versus the Brewers, Reggie Smith Legends of Dodgers Baseball bobblehead. August 22nd versus the Pirates, Shohei Ohtani pitching bobblehead. And September 25th, I think this is the last bobblehead of... No, it's not actually. But on September 5th will be Yoshinobu Yamamoto pitching. And then non-Dodgers, May 12th versus the Giants, you have Ice Cube and a lowrider. June 20th versus the Orioles, you have Shaquille O'Neal bobblehead, which I'm not even sure how that's going to look. Is it going to be Shaq in a Dodger jersey or in a Laker jersey? I don't know. But on July 11th will be LAFC soccer star Son Heung-min. He's going to have a bobblehead as well. That is a shit ton of bobbleheads for the Dodgers to be getting on, and I'm sure that they're going to be all over eBay. People are going to be charging a mortgage for these things. So get your hands on these bobbleheads while you can. Do not stomp over anybody. Do not trample anybody to get your bobbleheads. And it's so crazy because I have seen people literally buy tickets to the game just to get the bobblehead, and they walk out. They don't even stay for the game. They just walk out. That is crazy to think about.